Hey guys, thank you for tuning again for yet another one of my quick takes. And today is all focusing on the brand new Disney live action adaptation of Mulan. Now, pardon me for my skin right now. I just came from a little bit of a day over at the lake, and as you can tell, I didn't put enough sunscreen on my face. Just to set the tone, this is a non-spoiler take, a little tidbit of a review, if you will. I'm not going into too much detail of the film. I'll kind of keep that for the foreseeable Eugene reviews video later down the road. For now, I just want to express my initial impressions for this now that it has been a substantial amount of time since it has been out on Disney Plus's Premier Access. So once again, this Mulan is available on Disney Plus on their Premier Access platform, which basically means you have to pay an extra $30 on top of your membership just to watch it. I know, it's a whopping amount. And shout out and thanks to my friends who invited me to their viewing party to watch this film. And yeah, this film adapts the 1998 animated version into a live action version, which seems to be the formula for Disney nowadays for all of their animated hits, such as Beauty and the Beast, such as The Jungle Book, such as Dumbo, such as Aladdin, and then of course just recently The Lion King. And as there have been a bit more misses than hits lately with these remakes, this version of Mulan has garnered some much anticipated attention and hype before its initial release. That was supposed to be March of this year. However, due to COVID-19, the film had to be drastically distributed through the means of the streaming platform on Disney Plus, which is a big loss, especially with the potential revenue that it could have garnered at the box office. Now, I won't really get into detail on the controversies that occurred in the build-up to the film, such as the comments made by the leading actress, Yifei Liu, I believe I'm pronouncing that name correctly, Yifei Liu, sorry if I botched it, or other accusations that were made, as those really aren't a reflection of the confines of the script or the film. So I'll only just share my initial take on the film as a whole. So this version of Mulan, I will say, is just plain good. It's good in an aspect that there are some fantastic sequences as well as an aesthetically captivating setting. It's good that in a sense, it does really show more of the relationship between the daughter and father a bit more extensively compared to the animated version. It's good in a sense that there is a little bit of a subtle homage to the animated version, such as that cameo that everyone's talking about, especially if you are a diehard Mulan fan, and such as the usage of the famous music numbers as a part of their scores. Even though there are no musical numbers throughout this entire film, they do pay homage by kind of playing the songs, playing the tunes without any singing as a part of the overall score and soundtrack of this version of Mulan. And ultimately, it's good in a sense that it doesn't mirror completely its animated predecessor, word for word, line for line, shot for shot, unlike some remakes, Lion King. And it's enough to stand out apart from it, and it feels like its own separate tale, as this version is a little bit more of a heavy emphasis on the folklore and legend of Mulan. However, I do believe there are plenty of things in this film that are either bland, or they could have done without, or it just wasn't as effective. And it stems from dialogue, character developments, pacing, subplot, all of these things and aspects of the film that it just doesn't make either more effective than its animated counterparts, or it doesn't bolster enough as its own original take for us to be truly invested in. There are a lot of things that needed to be worked on more that ultimately felt either rushed or gone over our heads, or where it just starts but never really finishes to or substantially peaks to make us realize its importance. But other than that, I do believe this film is a good enough film to be at least somewhat entertaining. If you're going into this fully expecting it to be a duplicated version of your beloved 1998 animated classic, you're going to be ultimately disappointed. And I don't believe you should be going into this film having that mindset. However, if you're going into this film knowing that this is a completely new take and is more of a reflection, no pun intended, of its folklore, then I believe you'll be somewhat intrigued at the direction it took, whether it was impactful or not. Overall, it's good. It's not great. It's not terrible either. It's a simple good in my books. And I'll admit, in the next few months, when this actually drops on Disney Plus for all their subscribers, I'll probably check it out again to kind of fully immerse myself in this actual version. So there goes my take once again, not going into any spoilers for the sake of those that want to wait until October or November when this is available for all Disney Plus subscribers that didn't want to pay $30 for the movie, like me. I hope you understand and enjoy this quick take. And unfortunately, once again, there's no Eugene reviews this week as I'm planning out really the next few months of material to get ready and better prepped for. But I will be back and more prepared on the 25th for a new episode, so stay tuned for that. But until then, this is Eugene signing off for yet another one of my quick takes. I will see you again for another Eugene Reviews very soon.